Hello and welcome, Cosmic Quantum Travelers. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Interesting energies. So after yesterday's bonanza, which felt like a true roller coaster, so to say, whilst we've been holding the neutrality within it all, today felt very calm, as well as, or because we are literally fully holding the 0 point field now, the forerunners, in order to fully collapse this artificial matrix simulation. And D-Day is on, the party is on, the celebrations are on. 111. Let's make it so. So it's all about the oneness within the Holy Trinity, the Holy Family returned within your own divine blueprint, divine union within, divine union without, the royal weddings completing our ascension. So join me if you're not already taking part, if you feel guided to, on the 26th on Saturday at 8:08 UK time. The other details are below in the description box. If you just click on the little box underneath the video, and then you can see the description of the event and the other times as well. And you basically can sign up because it's a very powerful field we've been holding since really, I announced the event a few days before the 18th, where we had our first call. So as you sign up, you already get the 3 hours of the last call, plus 2 activations. One is just 14 minutes, the other one 25, which is also the Cosmic Christ Shield, which really helps you to clear out and strengthen and seal your field, okay? And as well as really beautifully to activating also and preparing the whole Diamond Sun body activations, which are ready to go fully online. Like, it's already happening. So again, we're not necessarily waiting for the caller activation, although this is very much what this is also about, but it's more so it can happen and fully trigger in the field any moment now. So I'm getting a lot of different codes. And first of all, thank you so much for anyone who has signed up, who's part of this container, holding this with me. It's taking everything out of me right now. I'm putting so many videos out because it's especially also for those who are taking part in the activation, because it's really part of it, as well as, I do like to share with as many people as possible. And it's all about bringing these new instruction sets and navigational tips for the new divine blueprint online, which is basically informing your DNA, which holds your consciousness, on how to manifest itself, so how to rearrange itself. So we literally have to change our minds, our consciousness, in order to change our realities, which is what reprogramming, what I talk about, is really all about. So, and again, it's not just about focusing on what we want to create, although now it's very much all about that, as well as, first of all, you need to get rid of all that's not, in alignment with that. All the beliefs, all the subconscious. It's all been about the unconscious, the subconscious, which has been running our lives on autopilot. And we've been subdued, lost in forgetfulness, sleepy. And again, it's all part of the divine plan. But knowing that we all, are kind of not fully remembering just yet, although this is, again, powerfully coming online together with the Diamond Sun light body, plasma body, and the Stargate of our heart about to burst all the way wide open. As we return to our true essence, our true energy signature, our true eternal authentic self, the false ego has to fully go. There are very powerful Krystal Cathedral and Palace activations taking place. So Krystal Cathedral, as I've shared before and we've worked on in previous activations, is all about the body of God, bringing this fully online together with your God self. There's an activation on my Ko-fi page as well on this, if you like to maybe get some more support with that. It's called Unify with the God Self. And the activation, very powerful, like really all of my activations. So, but again, nothing and no one can do this for you. We all have to still walk through the door wide open right now, the doorway, the gateway to our full freedom and liberation. Okay, so no one can do this for you. You need to leave your false ego self behind, which likes to cling onto the stories, people, places, things. It's all attached to its identity and all of these storylines we have created in our crazy mind, which creates suffering. So it's up to you. You can stay with what you're used to and what's comfortable, or you can jump all in to your free, sovereign God self, fully unify with that, which is your diamond avatar. You can't ascend when you're attached to your ego. It's just not possible. Because the ascended self is the fallen self. And it's looking at everything upside down. And it falsely projects onto others its own traumas and wounds until it has fully resolved them. And it's all good, but you need to want to resolve them. You need to want to, do the work instead of clinging onto what you're used to, the storylines, the identities, which are not real to begin with. Okay? So it's all about unraveling all of that stuff and all of the programming and inversions within the one consciousness, which the cosmic monads, the forerunners, have beautifully done. So amazing work all. And thank you also for anyone who sent me a donation to support me at the moment. So this is also what's part of everything. So I need to bring this in right now. Thank you so much, because I don't really send messages out. I find generally, as I've mentioned before, the whole communication, especially apps and clicking and everything, that's also why I often don't get back too many comments. I often read over them, but even just the clicking, it's like, it just sucks my energy, okay? So I need to really focus on a lot of the energy work I'm doing in the field, especially this week with this activation, holding this whole field, again, together with you as one and also my divine masculine within the Holy Trinity, and a whole lot of support, and Mother, Father, God overseeing all of this, which is what we are integrating, really, okay? These cosmic Mother, Father principles, energies, fully embodying. The embodiment is what shifts and changes all, okay? So it's not wishful thinking, it's not imagining or wanting to be some unreal version of what has been sold to us out there, okay, in a spiritual community or wherever, people telling us what to be or not to be and how that looks like, but remembering yourself, because this is about all your own consciousness, your own perception of reality. Nobody has the same perception of reality than another, and that's perfect. But we want to get to a place, and we have from within the oneness, where everybody agrees upon one version of reality, which is the ultimate truth, which creates heaven on earth as we fully shift within the one consciousness, because there's really only one of us here. The total number of minds within the universe is one. Erwin Schrödinger, and he does know. Definitely in this case. So it's all about us returning to oneness. As the cosmic monad does this and fully remembers that ultimate truth, which heals all, but in that truth, you also have your own gnosis, your own wisdom, your own part of the cosmic history records, the emerald records to return. And it's not out there already written in a book somewhere or some manual course, nothing. You are here to remember what has really happened before the fall. It's not out there yet. Otherwise, we would be living it. Because as you remember a different past, the present changes, and so does the future, which now fully, again, literally, as you fully multidimensional merge with your God self, you fully collapse time, space, and gravity. Because it's all imagination. Quantum physics agrees. It's the universe is not local. It's not it's not, it's a hologram. The same as our bodies. But yes, it's also organic technology, crystalline technology, fully coming online, and holds amazing wisdom. As this activates and the false memories, the false data, the false history records clear in your field, in your DNA, the truth comes online. But again, it's happening simultaneously right now. So it's like you're going through the clearings as well as activating the new, whilst you're totally holding this in the 0 point field. And from the 0 point field, you're at one with the Godhead, because you're fully letting go of your false ego mind that has been alchemized as your true higher identity. And then as you fully surrender your little monkey mind to your heart, you are at one with the Godhead. So the Crystal Cathedral is all about embodying the heart, mind, and body of God, or especially the body. And then the Crystal Cathedral activation, they're very much happening within the planet as well as within your own cranium, and it's really connecting you to the God mind, and it's also what's connected to the Amrita being released for many of us, which can feel like a liquid coming down kind of your throat, which is again spiritualizing your blood and also connects your heart and your mind and you to the Godhead. So this is you becoming at one with cosmic Christ consciousness, the God mind, and again your ego has to leave. I'm going to leave one link beneath that's relevant to these activations from Ascension Glossary. Again, take what resonates, leave the rest, but it is activating in, you know, understanding this a little bit more on a technical level of what's happening inside your body, so to say. But again, feel into this beyond, you know, again, reading anything. But again, there's nothing wrong with reading anything. It's just about you take what resonates, you leave the rest. And you take bits and pieces from everywhere. You're not supposed to just follow one program, one set of teachings, you know, what we've been fed so far. Like what you know, because it's like a domination against like your own core blueprint, which is totally unique, which means your own perception of reality. And as we all unify and exchange ideas and how we see reality, we can expand our consciousness instead of contracting and arguing and rejecting one another and judging because somebody feels or thinks differently than we do and we don't quite get it, which so far has been the case, which again is more down to frequency bandwidth differences, and you know, people literally can't get you because you're on a different radio station. But again, what we're collapsing is this hierarchy within a consciousness, and it all collapses within the 0 point field, and we're literally reborn within the oneness, where then everybody is at that God source consciousness, as well as their differences of ascended levels. So not everybody is doing full light body ascension right now. Okay, again, it depends how much work you've already done. Already, some of us again came back here. We are the original founder races, gray lines, who are already ascended at higher level and always are. So that is ultimately true for everyone, but again, everybody's also playing a different role. And what they have already as an individual soul, you know, and within their blueprint, again, achieved, activated, you know, healed, so forth. All right. But again, this pyramidal scheme where you have up here, you know, the highly kind of conscious and down there super asleep is fully going away. It's like 1, 2, 3. It's literally liftoff is here fully. We're already where the lowest level of consciousness is being fully alchemized and absorbed into a higher. Okay, so every point is, and then it also collapses the pyramid into a circle where again, we ultimately all held with this divine organic creatrix field. Everybody remembers it's the most natural thing. Christ consciousness ultimately is you being connected back, you knowing, you know, all is one, and which we all ultimately know, but knowing is different than embodying it and truly realizing it, obviously. And as the core monad, so the 144 plus 13 plus 3 is 1, fully remember again, okay, what we're here for, what we're holding, the divine blueprints of creation. This goes out to all, like the 100 monkey effect, okay? And everybody remembers again. And like most people won't even remember we've ever been in this crazy matrix simulation, which again is false. It's based on inversions within the consciousness. It's not based on truth. This is why this is a false reality. And we are returning to the truth, which again always is a projection, a simulation, but there's an organic version. And then there's this shit, okay? Which again is also overlaid with a lot of AI. So AI is majorly malfunctioning. All right. Again, if anything goes offline, okay, around the call and we can't connect, tune into the quantum field. And again, I want you all to do this already and keep tuning into your own, because again, this is happening from within the oneness ultimately. But again, I'm speaking especially to the ones who are taking part in the activation. To really tune in intuitively from your heart into your DNA, into activating your crystal body, like your blood crystallizing, your carbon atoms, you know, your cells really go into your whole blueprint. Okay, like again, I can, you know, what I do a lot with my activations is get you really deep and connect you to this higher God source frequencies, these gamma rays, for you to really connect with these super high source frequencies and downloads coming in. And together we're anchoring this in a major way. And it's a huge acceleration, again, potentially for your ascension. And also supposed to make it a little bit easier, because I'm really here to bring coherence again to the heart mind, where things make sense again. It actually adds up. Okay, ultimately it does, but in a very multidimensional way, because it's not right or wrong, good or bad here, black or white. It's multidimensional, so there's never just one answer. It's, you know, you need to see things from every different perspective. That's the whole thing. That's you seeing everything how God would see it, because this is the embodiment of the Christ. You see and feel through the eyes and heart of God. And you become, you know, God's source consciousness embodied, but in a human body. Okay? So it's not about being perfect. It doesn't exist. Not really. Not any version we can all agree on. And it's, again, too perfect creates the imperfect, so it creates the opposite. If something is too much one thing, it creates the opposite. And what we're doing is we're getting rid of the extremes, so to say, because you always have polarities. Okay, as you create one thing, you create the other. But there's something, as we have lived in, which is distorted polarity and victimize our consciousness. And you just need to say no to any of these stories playing out in your life and draining your energy. Like, it's so important, because these are final tests. Are you still doing the same thing? Are you still caught up in the karmic cycles, or just wanting to replay the same drama over and over again? Or do you really just want to leap out of it because you got a lesson now, and you're ready to let go of that false ego self, which is the one suffering, because it's attached to the illusion that this is even real. And again, we can love people and be truly connected to them once we let fully go of the need for them to do and be anything, ultimately. But also, it's the both ends. If people really want to have a relationship with us, then yeah, of course, there are certain agreements that take place. Because you can't just, you know, do whatever you want and negatively affecting another person. And you saying, oh yeah, you know, it's like, you know, it's always doing everything in alignment with what's the best for everyone here. And in one moment that might be, you know, you need to be selfish and do your own thing or whatever and say no to someone. It's not even selfish. It's just like, you know, you can only give from an overflowing cup. But the same as sometimes, you know, you might push yourself to do something for another, or you don't feel like it because they really need your help. And it's okay, you know, to help without enabling. But you need to know when, where. And that's the thing. Only a multidimensional self fully online knows in every now moment how to help, when to help and not to help, how to step back, to speak your truth right now. Like, literally, speak your fucking truth with regards, your throat chakra. I can feel it clearing as well. And there's load shifting. So I felt, and many of the feminine might feel this right now, it's like I just literally just want to just fully let go, which I am, but also, you know, we still have to navigate life on our own. And but I really would just like to just be literally just picked up and be taken care of for once. You know what I mean? That feeling. And I feel it has a lot to do with the royal weddings and the divine masculine feminine merge, because she has to fully kind of surrender and let go, but only as a true masculine fully steps in. And ultimately, again, it's happening in your own imagination, in your own energy field. But again, it might also be connected to a person in real life that you're connected to. You need to just trust your own feelings, guidance, visions. Ultimately, you can't get this wrong. Just keep following the roller coaster. I mean, that's the one thing I learned. Just don't be afraid to make experiences, mistakes. That's how we learn. And it's like, you know, the happy food is really what gets you, you know, that journey gets you through this crazy journey. And because you don't take it personally anymore. It's like you're the diamond avatar. And it's like, I could feel today, totally the ego is just kind of done with. It's like your higher self has fully taken over, the Holy Spirit is fully taken over, and you're just neutral in whatever unfolds. Oh yeah, with where I am. So I'm still in Dublin. And so the whole thing with, because it's all ties in one thing with another. I was talking in my last video about everything being insanely expensive and there hardly being anything available for me to stay in this weekend. So I found somewhere although I would really like to have windows that open, which is like a thing I really appreciate, fresh air. Anyway, and being pretty much in the middle of the center. So I found out, so what's happening is on the 26th, pretty much must be around the time we have our call and activation, which is hilarious. There is an American football game. So so we have a whole lot of Americans here. So the Americans have taken over, you know, everything's rented out. And prices are, oh my God, criminal. Really, it's extortion. I'm going to talk about this in a second. But this is literally the most filled the town will ever be. I can feel the energy, although it's like a lot, especially, you know, being highly coded like we are with a high frequency. We basically are a hoover for everything, wherever we go. And I've been doing a lot of hoovering around Dublin over the last couple of months or more. I can't even remember. Time is a funny thing. So playing the teams are called Notre Dame and against the Navy. So Notre Dame, and obviously all the Americans here, you know, they're all Irish or they all have some Irish within them. But especially the Notre Dame team is specifically Irish connected for some reason, I was told. Anyway, Notre Dame, I looked up the translation. My French was never good, even with an almost French surname sort of thing. But anyway, but basically it's called Our Lady. So basically the Virgin Mary. So the Virgin Mary is playing the Navy, which is hilarious. The town is filled to the brim. I'm in the middle of it. The freaking Diamond Crystal Heart Network is brimming underneath, and I'm going to tune all the way into this, okay? Although I don't really want to be here. And I was thinking, like it literally, I was considering flying away because it would be cheaper than staying here for the next 2 days. Like even flying to freaking Canada, but without there being a real true reason, there's just no kind of point in it. And again, there's a whole reason why this is the way it is. Then, because again, tuning into these energies, the people who are here, because what I've learned when I work with the field, and you work with the highest, first of all, God's will in alignment with divine will, and always ask for, if you tune into group fields, so for example, I can tune into the consciousness of kind of Dublin area of the people here at a higher level, avatar level, and God source consciousness level, and ask for permission energetically to basically use these as anchors for our activation or in general. And I've done this before. It's the same when we do activations around, like whenever I do anything around a new moon or full moon or any solstice or whatever, any of these really popular days, I do this within, like, it's a positive hijacking of the field, because I know there's so much distortion going on all the time. And again, I'm literally doing this in alignment with the highest divine will. And I've also in the past had to interfere with other people running very negative activations with groups in the field. And again, only by guidance. So we don't mess with, you know, fields or energies that we're not supposed to. Okay, this doesn't come from the ego. Anyway, so that's what we'll be doing. What this also feeds into. So also because somebody made a comment a while ago around, like, you know, what have I actually created and I don't even have a home. Now, let me tell you, because this feeds into this. What's going on in Ireland, in Dublin, is criminal, and it's all interconnected with what I know I'm here to change. Because this is all connected to the invasion timelines. And again, this is just one of the places this plays out, but it's huge here. Like, we have a huge homelessness crisis. It's really hard to find anything to rent. Never mind if you are working, you know, doing the job I do, and say that to people, and don't have a steady income of an employer, okay? Nor, I literally need a few good thousands, like literally a minimum 4 grand, 4,000 euros at one point, just sitting there safe, to be able to really look for anything proper to rent, to be able to move. Okay, because everything is insanely expensive. And because people are greedy as fuck. So I was only coming across, I think a month or so ago, a video that said Ireland is actually one of the wealthiest countries in the whole world. I was shocked, literally shocked, that it's still supposed to be the case. I mean, the Celtic Tiger times are over and you cannot see this. It's dirty in town. There are homeless people everywhere. We have a homelessness crisis. Loads of children don't have a home here. It's atrocious. You can't see the money anywhere going into anything good. Don't talk about the healthcare system, all of this shit. It's insane. Everything is so extremely expensive. It's not funny. I used to live in Germany, in London for many years. I lived in New Zealand. I've been traveling to many places. This is the most expensive country ever, literally. Everything is super overpriced. Everything is a piss take. It's extortion. And then at a weekend like this, they literally are 3, 4 times pricing everything because they can. Is it morally correct, ethically, to extortionate at, what should cost like a fraction, if even a third, a fourth of what they're pricing and beyond? The stuff I've seen is insane. Plus AI is glitching, but it's both ends. And this is, yes, we should get angry. And that's the whole thing. You should get angry at injustice. It's then what are you going to do with it? You don't stay there. But I use it in order to burn this whole fucking matrix all the way down and blitz the grids and anchor a whole lot of frequency and light. Because again, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, it's sacred medicine and fuel for you to create change and make this shit happen. And keep anchoring your light. So, and you don't get this with softly. If we tell ourselves, oh, they can't help themselves, or oh, nothing's ever going to change, or oh, we can't do anything about it. That's the issue with the whole of humanity and the consciousness, because that's what the programming is telling us. That's what we came here for, to bust through the shit and take over from the inside out and literally burn this motherfucking matrix to the ground because she really fucked the mother over. And we're taking over. So we already have, it's done. Again, since the 18th, the royal weddings are there. We're literally just holding the field and completing this all as one. So beautiful balancing, beautiful integration, holding the light. Again, anchoring this together with me and us all as one, because it's all about divine union, which is completing all of this. Divine union within, divine union without. It ignites the divine blueprints as they come together and ignite a new divine blueprint. And as you see everything through the eyes of God, like you see clearly again, and you're projecting, you're redreaming reality. It's a dream, ultimately, and it will shift within the blinking of an eye. And the 27th is it. That's the day. What I see at the very least is that up until then, like, this is the final quantum leap. And after that, like, basically this is over for the negative beings and entities. We're all, all the beings in alignment again with the Ascension and the law of one who are ascending with us. Again, don't worry about anyone. What I'm seeing is though that within this group of beings, so to say, within the oneness, so nobody's ultimately left behind. But it's like, it's up to you how far you're jumping right now. Afterwards, like, jumps will be, a lot easier because all of this false matrix will be done with. But it's like, because it's the hardest right now to jump out of the fear matrix, those that are really rising as the heroes right now and their full power and completing this, finishing this, okay, all together as one, massive rewards right now. And I know it's taken a lot of freaking patience and so much faith and belief. I think anyone watched me for a while knows, because I know many people like hold it against me that I'm still talking about it, but this is exactly what it takes to get us there. Until there's no freaking doubt left, because we're already there. And I can feel it so strongly. And it's just like the screen is just about to adjust of what you already hold within you. And it's about to fully ignite as the divine twin flames come fully together one way or another. Okay, this is the royal weddings, and they're here, and they're completing this. It's ancient prophecies fulfilled. It's our destiny fulfilled. Our hero's journey. Okay? It's been always about love and returning what that really truly means. And it's not just soft love, it's also tough love, again, unified within the omni love. That's the holy trinity of love. It's all about the Trinity. That's what we're anchoring within the oneness, okay? Divine Father, Divine Mother, Divine Child, fully reunified within, without, the Christ child rebirthing it all as you fully come online and you remember again that this is all a dream and you start to have fun with it. You can't take it seriously ultimately anymore. Although you need to take it seriously until, you know, we're fully out of this nightmare, because, you know, it's also the more consciousness you hold and reclaim, which is your keys and your codes and your multidimensional self, your memories, the more responsibility you hold. That's why I feel a lot of pressure. And again, also because I know the role I'm here to play. And I'm here to remind you that we're all doing this together as one. And I'm like today, a divine masculine within my group, Grey Line Container, he was basically fired up and, you know, wanted to speak, and like, I could feel like, you know, the divine masculine rising and ready to just like, you know, you need to speak the truth. And I said, great sign, thank you, because I'm kind of tired. Like I'm tired literally of shining bright, of keep on pushing through, of being strong. You know what I mean? Just literally tired of it. I literally just want everybody else to rise so I can take a break. That's what I feel like. Seriously. On this note, for my Grey Line and Ascension Express container, I come back to some outstanding messages tomorrow. Okay, thank you for your patience. Just a lot going on right now. The details will be posted on the day for the call on Saturday, as usual, so you have easy access. Okay, the Ascension Express, you get a notification email when I post there for the members. Okay, and again, you see it in the post section with a little lock on top. If you go through the posts, all the Ascension post container membership posts are there. Okay, headed with a little lock. It's quite easy to find. And again, I post the details for the call and then later on the replay on the day of the call, so it's easier to find and to remind you also that the call is on. What did I want to say? If you still want to sign up for that and all the previous calls, details are below. And oh yeah, I was thinking about, you know, we often do a pre-call, but we do an after call if there ever be another call. Otherwise, I see you around the campfire, okay? But right now, I really want us to focus on the quantum field of us really bringing this in from inside of you to really feel into this. Again, it's like everything has already been said ultimately. You know, what we need to say on that level to bring it all, because it's already here. So all that's needed is the activation, but I can feel it can even come in any time now, between now and Saturday. Okay, so we're not waiting. It could anytime just literally come into the field, to shift. Because we're holding this on behalf of all, as well as it's for our own ascension. Yeah, it's the both end. Okay, so join me if you feel guided to. I don't think I make another video, probably not, because the energies are already rising pretty high, and it's all focused on the energies and bringing this all the way in. We'll see. One now moment to the next. 144. Sinayenaki. Okay, so literally right now it's flow, just total flow from one now moment to the next. I haven't even booked anything for tomorrow. I tried to, didn't work out. Probably extend this just so I don't have to move. And because I feel like, yeah, okay, even though I'm not a fan of it, and definitely not the pricing, this is the place I'm going to do it from. So basically, all unlocks and changes from within your own consciousness. You never are dependent on any other person. For example, if you're, you know, stuck on some ex or any person at all you want to let go of, if you want to let go, you can. Okay, you don't need another person to let you go. All right. Sure, there are, you know, certain energies that are, you know, that play out, even if you don't have, for example, contact. But ultimately, if you really want to disconnect from a person or heal from anything, you know, it's not as if you like, I mean, you wouldn't be God sovereign and free if you need another person to, you know, let go of you. I mean, it can try to play out, you know what I mean? But you ultimately always have the power to shift anything in your life. That's you being God, sovereign, and free. And that is what it takes for you to fully ascend. Okay, so again, being a diamond avatar is not being handed to you on a platter. This has to be worked for very hard, always, without false matrix. And ultimately, it's you remembering. You have it written into your DNA. I'm just here to trigger the remembering within your own blueprint, within your own consciousness of what that is. Okay, but like it's really unlocked from inside of you, as well as we activate one another. And I know I'm a huge activator. I mean, that's what I do. Now I have so many more notes. I'm probably not even going to post a whole post. Put that maybe in 2 posts or something. It's just too much. So just remember, the door to freedom is wide open. Everything is ultimately in the field. Really tune into the emerald, diamonds, crystal heart network. Okay, the new communication network connecting us heart to heart, mind to mind, God mind to God mind, the cosmic Christ, all activated as one. Okay, that's contact with your star family and your soul family all around the campfire, ignited from within. Literally redream creation, the new organic creatrix field into existence from inside of you, as you remember, as you go inside your DNA, inside your cellular memory. Again, we will be doing this as one on Saturday, okay, for the activation. This will be powerful. This will be mainly about the activation. I don't think we'll be doing too much talking, because again, everything, like we had already 3-hour call, 2 activations, and this whole week, energetically in the telepathic field, so much is already going on and has been aligned for us not to fully bring in that activation free of any nonsense and just light it all the way up, okay? And our plasma light bodies with that and multidimensional DNA. And that is what literally ignites new realities fully. So I'm super excited because again, 27th is that massive cutoff point, like that closing date of this massive quantum leap. It's like all the way through now, okay? All the way home. So the door to freedom is wide open. It's time to fully rise, reunite as one, shine, okay? As the diamond avatars that we are, but you need to walk through it. Okay? It's like you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. So focus on yourself, what you can do, all right? And whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So literally, your only limit is your imagination and obviously any programming of what you believe in. Again, that's the programming. Belief systems, BS, is programming, okay? That's what sets your limit. That's why it's so important to go beyond and to really keep emptying yourself, total flow style, total surrender. Every time your monkey brain wants to kick in, it's just from a calm mind, you receive truth. Truth feels clear. It's not confusing. And all the confusion lifts now, okay? Because all of the black magic, all of the interference is fully lifting, fully dissolved and completed as the twin flames reunite, okay? Getting remarried. So, and again, this is mostly energetic as well as we are merging spirit and matter. And remember, spirit supersedes the physical. Spirit is what creates matter, okay? Your thoughts, your feelings. Think energy, frequency, and vibration, but you can only do this from the place of total oneness, where you know yourself as one with everything, the whole of creation around you, as well as you know kind of the factory going on. And that you need to be patient until everything fully shifts and everybody's in position, because it's like the cosmic monad is completing this together. As everybody is back in their soul energy, you know, their original self, and has returned to there and emitting that soul signature frequency, the sound and light fields within the cosmic monad that they're here to embody, which is you in alignment with your true divine blueprint, which I'm here to remind you of. And that really comes about and is ignited through total self-love of your true, eternal, authentic self, beyond any of the conditioning anyone has ever told you what to be, not to be. Okay, it's you being real, raw, honest, authentic, not perfect. Seriously. if you would need to be perfect, like literally there would be, like, this is all about not just following, being a copy of a copy. You know, otherwise if there would just be one like one perfection, like one, you know, cosmic Christ perfect embodiment, we would literally all run around the same. So that's not the point. Yes, there's a core morals, ethics, virtues we agree on, but we're not greedy fuckers and extortionists. Because again, this is also interconnected what's happening here in Ireland with the invasion timelines, with, you know, also the English government, and it's still like there's still the landlords, and I mean loads of like foreign investors obviously being the landlords here, and the prices shouldn't be that high. There should be laws around not, you know, raising the prices of a hotel room or whatever, Airbnb 3-4 times when they feel like it. You know what I mean? It's just not okay on no level. Just because you can, you shouldn't. And that's the whole thing. But nothing ever works until humanity, you know, the consciousness, the one consciousness has shifted. And we need to remember as the cosmic Mona that we hold the core of that consciousness. As we shift, all shift. So never mind where they're at, because they won't even remember we've been here. Only the ones who've really been part of this like change making will basically remember that we kind of brought everybody, you know, back again, as well as it kind of was our fault that we ever fallen that far. Because as you know better, or you have that much consciousness, well, now we know better, but you need to know better. You need to learn from the experiences and your lessons. That's the whole thing. If you don't, you don't. Your template can't realign. Your template comes online, your multidimensional DNA, as you realign it to the truth. And not what you want to see. And when you can't look at, you know, where we still have to learn. And yeah, okay, enough of that now. I've been making so many videos lately. I'm sure you had enough of me speaking at this point. Although I also know, again, it is, you know, what wants to come through, and it's really the frequency I emit, and, you know, more so than the words, so to say. And it really helps you to help your whole blueprint to clear, heal, balance, harmonize, and upgrade to the new cosmic Christ blueprint, the Christ of Saphira, the new androgynous blueprint, and triggering your true remembering and your true essence, okay? Because as I'm embodying mine, you trigger this in other people, that most of all. That's what we're really here for. Again, be the change you want to see in the world. This is the ultimate chance, this up until the 27th, the choice to fully choose freedom, liberation, be fully sovereign, your true authentic self. That's true self-love. That's the moment of true total self-love, and we're setting everyone free that way. Okay, in order to, like, you need to let everything go to get more of, you know, be given more than you could ever imagine, have ever wanted. Like what's coming online now, some of us, like, I can just sense this will be beyond mind-blowing, hearts bursting wide open, us literally crying tears of joy. Okay, so know you're already there. It's just your screen is just adjusting now, literally. As you shifted from deep within, the sound and light fields fully adjusting as you fully align with your divine blueprint, and do this from within your field, your sound and light fields, before you come into physical manifestation. Okay, that's the highest level that's shifting right now, fully aligning. And again, spirit, again, that eternal cosmic spirit body merging with the physical body and, you know, the other layers and levels. It's fully merging as one. Again, the last couple free calls, group calls you did will really assist you with aligning with their blueprint and clear out anything that's not. If you, you know, do the work. So as you fully surrender to your false ego mind, just to your heart, empty yourself, become fully free of all suffering, become at one with the God mind, at one with all of creation, and that's when you know, at one with ultimate power again. And from that 0 point field now, we're fully collapsing this false matrix simulation. It's already glitching, like the AI in this hotel here is glitching. It's kind of doing the opposite of what it should do, like funny stuff. I'm glad it actually doesn't have more AI, like it could, but it's not like so bad. But the stuff that's there is like doing some funny things. So just more confirmation of what's happening, and I still see glitches generally. So as you fully realize and remember that the spiritual realm supersedes the physical, okay, you fully reclaim your supernatural powers, gifts, abilities, the magical kingdom of Avalon right now, fully igniting from within. As you fully connect with your magical self. I was really connecting to my Merlion self this morning. I was having a quick bath, and it really is us igniting our new Eden. Like as you really tune in with your magical self, your gifts and abilities, that's why it's so important to keep honing them. This is constant work, you know, because if you ever want to be good and master anything, you literally have to do it over and over and over and over and over again until you really fine-tuned and honed your skills and abilities. So again, you're not just being given the power, you need to earn it back. You need to show that you're responsible. You need to show that you're not doing it just for popularity or, you know, just to have power or to have money or to have, I don't know, followers, whatever. That you're doing it for the oneness, that you're doing it for the right reasons. Then you're going to be given back your power. When, you know, God knows that you're going to do, you know, use it for the right things. Because that's ultimately what black magic is also about. What are you using it for? Are you using it just to, you know, to basically like, you know, create misery for other people and to enrich yourself? Or are you doing it in order to help the oneness, you know, for us all to get back home? The strongest message, and I just need to finish. I could talk all day, but we're not. Because again, it's ultimately all there. But the strongest message coming in right now is very powerfully, just be firmly rooted in the now moment, no matter what is. You can always become very quiet, whatever that does for you. Okay, for some it's a walk in a park, some just lie down. You can, everything literally becomes now a walking meditation. I'm really trying to tune into this the whole time. And it's just total 0 point now. And you just know everything is fine. There's literally nothing to worry about. And as there's nothing to worry about, your nervous system can fully heal, which fully heals the grids, which fully ignites your divine blueprint, which is the key to us fully igniting this now everything, all, which is ultimately the frequency of love. Because you know, you're fully supported and protected by God's source, because you're at one with it and with all of creation. And there's nothing anymore conspiring against you, because the collective psychosis has been transcended from inside of your own mind and from within the oneness now. Hallelujah. So the divine masculine is a huge part of that, fully letting go of the false ego self, following the heart. I mean, it's here now, the magical miracle now moment. Keep really connected to that, to the flow state. Okay, that's all you need to know. The more you get squeezed, the more you need to just come back to peace, back to your heart, take a few deep breaths, whatever you need to do to get you, you know, you can always come back to that moment of peace. But yeah, we have to cultivate that, obviously, through practices, you know, on our journey of what that does for us. And in that miracle now moment, know that infinite possibilities are now available to us, literally. Like, just think now. It's always now. Now is the only time now is the only time anything will ever change, and it ever does change. Okay, so keep remembering that there is no time, especially as this fully collapses, as you fully multidimensionally merge with your timeless God self, and we transcend time, space, and gravity, come fully boundless, limitless. That's how we can teleport, bilocate, imagine all new free worlds and realities. Okay, and this becomes very playful now. Let the games begin, so to say, because it's time. And as you're deeply rooted in the now moment, literally you have infinite quantum possibilities available to you in every now moment now. As all of the karmic load, everything, it's been cleared. Like the forerunners know, all the heavy density, I hope you can feel the shift in your field, that this is a thing of the past now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like finally, oh my God, like it's like, it's just here. That's all I can feel. It's just here, and the screen is just about to readjust back to heaven on earth, and we wake up back on the meadow. Okay, so however that may come about, from that beingness, any doingness will come. So it's inspired action. It's from clarity. It's from you need to get it done. You need to speak up or whatever. Okay, it might be. It's not from some ego need again or fear where you need to control anything, make something happen from that perspective. So it's from a different energy. It comes from your divine feminine, not from your false ego self. So it's a whole new level of balance, harmony here. The heavy load has been lifted. Final debt forgiveness, the ultimate moment of self-love, our royal weddings and divine hijacking reunions are here to bring us all the way back home. Our new Eden, Edenic bodies, think shape-shifting. Okay, again, all these different aspects, bring them in, your magical selves, your fae, your elf self, the leprechauns, the unicorns, okay, the dragons, rise the dragons. So again, each moment takes a different aspect of you. The dragons are very protective. They hold the ancient gnosis, the divine blueprints. They're not just about being, you know, I don't know, defending, but yeah, if they need to, they will burn some feathers or, you know, breathe dragon fire down your neck. Because sometimes that's necessary. And especially now. I mean, you know, those of us who are doing the big heavy work in the astral, you know, you need to like, you know, see things through God's eyes, and all the suffering beings who are increasing the suffering, you know, for a long time upon humanity and cosmically are going back to source. And you have to make, you know, also these type of decisions in a way in your own life, as in, not in that regard, but you know what I mean? It's like when something doesn't serve you anymore, doesn't matter what relationship you have with them, there needs to be a shift. You know, you can't keep going in old cycles that don't serve you. And right now, you might be, you know, there might be things popping up in your life where people are trying to drag you back into their drama or something like this. And you just need to, because you right now, you don't want to lower your frequency. You just want to keep the eyes on the prize, okay? Bull's eye, new earth. Once you've cleared all the shit, you literally can just focus on what you want to create, okay? Because we've done all the clearing out that has prevented us from doing this. So well done. As we make the shadow conscious, okay, and shed light upon it, it literally dissolves. And that's where we're at now. So all of these negative entities and beings fully back to source, as the divine masculine feminine fully reunite in hijacking union. And again, ultimately it's happening from within the one consciousness. However you might perceive this, okay, it's your own divine inner union. And then we shall see the outer, the cosmic reunion. Okay, it's here now. It's all here now. Keep merging with that. Know that it is so. Keep calling it forth. Every word, thought, feeling, belief, action you take, it's jump time. And then it is so. One more thing. Remember, life is a dream. Okay. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. So remember that. Keep rowing your boat very gently. It's a dream. As you become the master of the dream again, the diamond avatar, we laugh at the bullshit because again, these fake clowns, actors on the stage, politicians, they want you to be against them or for them, fight them, get angry with them. Okay, that's how they feed these beings, the same as, you know, vampiric kind of type people in our lives. It's just they want to be fed your energy. So you need to cut it off where something isn't, you know, because you keep feeding the thing you don't want to see. It's literally what you feed your mind will come back out of it. So what are you focusing your mind on right now? Super important, okay, over the next 3 days. Let's do this. All the way back home, back to our new Eden. It's inside of you, okay? Everything you need to know, it's inside of you. The one consciousness you have always access to, it's inside of you. The whole of creation, it's inside of you, and then gets projected out, and we're all imagining one another. And everything, all of this. Remember the truth, okay? Pre-fallen histories, true cosmic history records coming online, redreaming reality, all as one. Thank you so much for all your support, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your support, helping me to, you know, be less squeezed right now, with everything that's happening whilst we are, again, we're home now. It's all here now. So keep merging with this, okay? And I see you there. So I see some of you on Saturday and otherwise at the campfire. So, and yeah, just keep holding the vision, holding the frequency, know what's what, and keep remembering it's a simulation that you get to shift from within you as you fully reclaim your power, which is your consciousness, which is the mastery over your mind, okay? But it's not control. It's full flow state as you fully surrender to source, especially your mind. And your heart will guide you back home, okay? All right. So much love, so many blessings. Bye, bye, bye. Bye.